Welcome to Value Psychology, a channel dedicated to confidence, self-worth, and personal growth. Here, we explore the science of human behavior and the principles that shape respect, influence, and personal power. If you want to be taken seriously and valued in every area of life, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Respect starts with self-respect. The way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. This principle is deeply rooted in psychology and is known as self-perception theory. People form impressions about your worth by observing your behavior, boundaries, and standards. When you value your time, energy, and dignity, others follow your lead. But when you tolerate disrespect or neglect your own needs, you unconsciously signal that your value is negotiable. Self-respect is not arrogance, it is quiet confidence. It is the ability to recognize your worth without needing external validation. The moment you stop settling for less than you deserve, the world begins to adjust accordingly. Stop over-explaining yourself. Over-explaining often signals insecurity. When you explain too much, it can sound like you are asking for permission instead of making a decision. Psychologically, this comes from a fear of rejection and a desire to avoid conflict. You try to make everyone comfortable, but in the process, you lower your own authority. Confident people communicate differently. They are clear. They are concise. They understand that not every decision needs a long explanation. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry, I can't," they simply say, "I won't be available," and they leave it there. Respect clarity. The fewer unnecessary words you use, the more weight your words carry. Because confidence speaks simply, and power does not over-explain itself. Set clear boundaries. Boundaries define your standards. They protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. In psychology, people with clear boundaries tend to have higher self-esteem and more balanced relationships, because they know where they end and where others begin. Without boundaries, people will test your limits. They will interrupt you, delay you, and slowly normalize your discomfort, not always intentionally, but consistently. With boundaries, everything becomes clear. You show people what is acceptable and what is not. And most importantly, you follow through. Boundaries are not barriers, they are communication. They tell others how you expect to be treated. And when you respect your own limits, people learn to respect them too. Don't be available all the time. Scarcity increases perceived value. This is a well-known principle in psychology. When something is always available, people stop appreciating it. And the same applies to you. If you are always accessible, always accommodating, and always saying yes, your presence becomes predictable. And predictable things are often undervalued, not because people are bad, but because constant access lowers perceived importance. When you have your own priorities, your own goals, and a life that does not revolve around others, your value changes. You become more selective with your time, and people begin to respect that. Because when access to you is limited, it feels more valuable. And what feels valuable is treated with respect. Master your emotions. Emotional control signals strength and maturity. Psychologist Daniel Goleman identified emotional intelligence as one of the key predictors of success in leadership. Because the way you manage your emotions affects how others perceive you. Calm individuals command respect, not because they say more, but because they react less. They are not easily shaken by pressure, criticism, or provocation. They pause, they think, and they choose their response instead of reacting impulsively. Emotional stability does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them and managing them. In moments of tension, the calmest person in the room naturally becomes the most influential, because true power is not loud or reactive. It is quiet, controlled, and deliberate. Speak less, say more. In communication psychology, brevity enhances authority. People who speak with intention are often perceived as more confident, more competent, and more in control. Powerful individuals do not dominate every conversation. They listen carefully, they observe, they think before they speak. And when they finally say something, their words carry more weight. When you talk too much, people start filtering you out. But when you speak less, pause more, and choose your words carefully, people lean in. Silence creates presence. Precision creates authority. You do not need to be the loudest person in the room. You need to be the person whose words actually matter. Never chase approval. The need for constant approval weakens your perceived confidence. When you constantly look for validation, people can feel it. It changes the way you speak. It changes your body language. It changes your decisions. You begin to adjust yourself just to be accepted. And psychologically, that gives other people power over your identity. But when you rely on internal validation, you become more stable, more independent, and harder to manipulate. You do not need everyone to like you. You do not need everyone to agree with you. Respect comes when you stay authentic, grounded, and loyal to your own values. Because people-pleasing may get attention, but authenticity earns respect. Keep your word. Reliability builds credibility. People respect those whose words and actions match. In social psychology, consistency is one of the strongest signals of trust. When you say one thing but do another, people slowly stop believing you. But when you honor your commitments, you create a reputation of integrity. Your word becomes predictable. Your behavior becomes stable. And people begin to feel that they can rely on you. In a world full of excuses, empty promises, and constant inconsistency, reliability stands out. You do not need to impress people with big words. Just do what you said you would do. Because nothing commands respect more than a person whose actions match their words. Be willing to walk away. Nothing commands respect like the willingness to walk away. When people know you are afraid to lose them, they may begin to test your limits. They may give less, demand more, and slowly expect you to tolerate behavior that does not honor you. But when you are willing to leave, everything changes. Walking away does not mean anger. It does not mean drama. It means you respect yourself enough to stop participating in what lowers your value. People who fear loss often accept disrespect. But people with self-worth understand that peace, dignity, and self-respect are more important than approval. Walking away is not weakness. It is a quiet demonstration of strength. It tells the world that your dignity is not negotiable. And that is why self-respect is power. Build a life of purpose. The most respected people are not obsessed with being respected. They are focused on building a life that has direction, their habits, their discipline, their health, their mindset, their purpose. When you have a meaningful goal, your energy changes. You stop chasing attention because your attention is already invested in something bigger. According to positive psychology, a strong sense of purpose gives people stability, motivation, and long-term fulfillment. And others can feel that stability. People naturally admire those who are focused, driven, and committed to growth. Respect becomes a byproduct of who you are becoming. Because a person with purpose does not need to convince the world of their value. They demonstrate it every day. Respect is not demanded. It is built through your standards, through your confidence, through your consistency, and through the way you treat yourself every single day. When you value your time, people notice. When you set boundaries, people adjust. When you master your emotions, people take you seriously. And when you live with purpose, your presence becomes harder to ignore. True respect is not created by trying to impress others. It is created by becoming someone who no longer negotiates their self-worth. So if you want people to respect you more, don't start by changing them. Start by changing the signals you send. because the world responds to the value you demonstrate. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to Value Psychology for more insights on confidence, self-worth, and human behavior.